Hello, welcome back. Okay, we are going in this video. We are going to continue with the release and the deploy stages. So in the previous video, we just saw the build and the test stages. So I showed you how to build and how to test a Django project. All right. So we have seen that our pipeline passed successfully. What we have done, I can just quickly show you what we have done in the pipeline. So I can show you manually what we have just done. Okay, here for example, you can see I have my virtual environment, and I'm going for example to use this one, Django env. So if I want to activate it, I just do okay, source. I go to this folder where I have my virtual environment dot venv, and my virtual environment I want to use is Django env, and inside I have the bin folder, and then I have the activate file. If I enter, okay, my environment is activated. You can see for example here we have Django F between parentheses, meaning that I am inside my virtual environment. Okay, and I still have my content here, budget project, budget project, and so on and so on. And if I want to test, as I said, just write okay, Python manage test, and I put the name of the application. Okay, if I enter, okay, he found the 7 tests, and they are okay, and so on so on. If I want to run my server, I just put okay, Python manage .py run server. Okay, if I tap, as you can see here, I didn't put the ampersand sign, so I'm not, the server is not running in the background. Okay, and here the server is running, and as you can see the default port is 8000, and I can go to uh, uh, my browser. If I tap here, okay, I have then my this is the project. Okay, I can visit, and so on and so on. And yes, I have the logs here, 200 and so on. Okay, I can just hit a Control C to stop the server, and now it won't work anymore because the server is not running. Okay, that's what we did. Now I will continue with the release part. In the release part, so we want after testing, okay, we have built and we have tested. It's okay. Now we can release. Here, the release is just creating the Docker container, the Docker image, and then we can deploy it by running the image we have just built. Okay, and here we will build the image, and we will just push the image not in Docker Hub but in GitLab registry. Okay, in the GitLab registry. Docker Hub is a public is a public is like GitHub, so everybody can go over there. And you can also, there are so many private registry, like GitHub has its own registry. So we will build the image and we will save it in the GitLab registry, not in GitHub. And then after the release, in the deploy, we will use that image and we will deploy that image in the web server, and it will run in our server, the web server. Okay, um, Just going to copy paste here. Okay, let's copy. Okay, paste. All right. Okay. The release job. Okay, and the tag is the VM shell, so the same tag because I'm using the same runner. Here I will say the deploy job. The tag is the same. Okay, then I will explain what are we doing here. First of all, in order to build the image, we are just using the documentation here. We need first of all to connect to the GitLab registry because we are not using Docker Hub. If we could use also Docker Hub, meaning that for the credential here, we will use our username, Docker Hub username, and our our password, and then also the UL for the Docker Hub. Okay. And as you know, to build the image, you just use docker build -t just to we want to name to give a name to our image, and dot meaning okay, use the docker file in the current directory. Okay, in the current directory you have our docker file, then he will use that docker file. Okay, and here I'm using a variable here, container image. So I'm using a variable container image, and the container image, I say I'm using these pre-built GitLab variables. Okay, and here just I this is the name of the image and this is the tag. Okay, and this ci, every variable that begins that starts with ci, they are GitLab pre-built variables. Okay, for example, this one ci pipeline is just, I'm gonna show you here. You see here we have show pipeline id. We can have also show pipeline IID. Okay, you see, for example, um, pipeline IID is this number. Okay, this number means this is the ninth pipeline since I started. The first one, this is the first, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, and so on. This is the ninth. So if we build a new pipeline, it will be 10. Okay. And then I'm using as tag, I'm using just this number. Okay. The tag of the image will be just the number of the pipeline. Okay. I'm using this I'm using this variable. Okay, as you can see, pipeline IID. And for the syntax, and this is just a GitLab pre-built variable. It means it's going to take I think the name of the project and the name of the directory where the Docker file is located. So GitLab will take care of everything. Okay, and for the login part, as we are not using Docker Hub. I'm not going to put my credential here. If I want to push the image in Dockerfile, then I will use my Docker Hub credentials. So I will put my username, my password, and the URL for Docker Hub. But here we are using GitLab registry. Then we will use this credential. I mean, GitLab will take care of everything. Just for the documentation, I can show you. Okay, this is the documentation. I will put the link below so you can check by yourself. Build and push by using GitLab CI CD. Okay, we have 4 types of authentication. We can use this one. Okay, the CI registry user, or we can use this CI job, or we can use this deploy token and personal access token. Okay, I'm using this one, the first one, the first authentication. Okay, that's what I'm using. Let's go back. This is the authentication. So in order to log in to the GitLab registry, and then after that I can build my image, docker build -t, and this is the name of the image. I said, okay, I'm using this built-in variable. I think it will take the name of this directory, the current directory where the Docker file is located, and then I put the tag, and the tag I showed you are just using the number of the pipeline. For example, this pipeline, because if I save, GitLab will trigger the pipeline. It will be pipeline number 10, meaning the tag here will be 10. Okay, and then here I build, I push the image, I can log out, and then for the deploy stage, I need then to run to use this image I just built. I'm going to use this image, and then from this image I will run a Docker container, not in the runner server. Remember, I want to run the application in the web server. So I am here inside the runner server, but I want to deploy my application here, meaning I need some kind of connection, and we will use a SSH protocol to connect from the runner server to the web server. Okay, we need some credential. As you know, in the SSH, we need a private key. We need a private key here to be able to connect to this web server. And here we have a, um, a public key, meaning you need to set up your virtual, your 2 servers, in a way that, okay, you can SSH from run server to web server. Okay, here you need a public key, and here you need a private key. Okay, I already have a public key here and a private key here. And for the private key, because we are using the pipeline, so you need to configure your private key. Let me show you. Okay, you need to configure your private key here. You come to the settings, CI CD. Okay, the runners. Last time I showed you the runners. Okay, just to show you again. Last time, this is the runner I'm using. Okay, but I'm not showing you the runner. The variables here. Okay, you see, I have already put my private key here. So you just put here add variable, and you put the name of your key, in my case SSH key. The type, I'm not using a variable. In fact, I'm using a file. It will be a file, and then I can copy paste my private key here. Okay, I copy paste my private key here. Just be sure, for example, when you copy paste your private key, make sure, for example, if you copy paste to enter, so that you can go to the new line. So I'm just going to show you, because for example here, this is the name of my key, and you see I have the last line, which is empty. Don't put it like this. If you put, you can have some issues. Okay, you have to go to the new line like this. Okay, then you can save, update. So I have my private key here. Okay, let's go back to the pipeline. Okay, then this is the SSH key I just saved. I'm using here, and here I'm just giving the right permission. For example, for the private key, the permission should be 400. If it's not 400, it will complain. It will complain, and you won't be able to log in. Okay, so you need to give the right permission for the private key. Okay, and so I'm giving the right permission, and then here I'm just using SSH. Okay, I just have this option. When you connect via SSH protocol, you always have, for the first time, you always have this question where you have to validate yes. Okay, but we are doing automatically, so we don't have any mean to put yes. So if you don't put this, then it will be waiting for the yes. Then I need to put this option so that he won't ask me that question. Okay, this is the meaning of this option. And then here I provide the key file dash I put the file, which is this file, and the user is Proxmox. This is the web server. Okay, the user here is Proxmox, and I can use the IP. This is the IP of my web server, and then after that I can put down the command I want to run. Okay, the first part was just for the connection. I'm connecting to the web server, because I can put the image here. I'm here. I do SSH just to connect to this machine, and then I can run inside this machine. I'm running the Docker container. Okay, that's what I'm doing. First of all, I need to go to log into GitLab registry, so I can because I have pushed this image to GitLab registry. So I need to connect first to GitLab registry, and then I can use that image. And then here to run the image, as you know, Docker run -d for detached mode. So the container will be running in the background. -p for the mapping port. Here is the port in the container, inside the container, because the default port we saw is 8000, and this container, so we can reach the server directly in our browser with this port. And here I can change. I can even put 3000. I can change, but this one I need to keep it 8000, because 8000 is the default port. But here I can change, because yes, I just want to map it so I can access in my browser. Okay, I can even change. For example, I can put 5000. It's up to me. All right. Now let's check it out. We can come here. Okay, just put update. Okay, and now let's push. Okay, done. Now let's go and check. Okay, it's running. Now we have 4 stages, and let's wait. Okay, we have the second, the third, the release part has failed. Let's check it out. Okay, login was okay. And we have here docker log out, and it failed. Okay, let me check. Okay, I didn't see this step. Build and docker push. We have login. Okay, registry. After login, where is the, okay, we have permission deny. Got permission deny while trying to connect to the Docker daemon. Okay, got permission deny. We will check if we have we are here in the, let's check the groups of Gitlab-runner. Okay, we need to add Gitlab-runner user to the Docker command. Okay, to the Docker group user mode -a Docker GitLab -runner. Okay, let's log out and let's go back. Now check again, groups Gitlab-runner. Okay, now the user Gitlab-runner is part of Docker-runner, so then we won't have anymore the issue we got. Okay, let's go back, because we got here permission deny. Okay, what I'm going to do, let's do this. Here, let's run again to see. Okay, it's running, and let's check. All right, the pipeline passed successfully every stage. Okay, let's check this is the release stage. Okay, the release stage. So the login here, we have logged in. Then we build the image with docker build-t is building the image. So here we are inside the docker file. We follow the steps and then so on. Yeah, okay, we have built the image, and then here we push the image to the GitLab registry. Okay, the image has been pushed to GitLab registry. Okay. Now the deploy. Okay, the deploy. Okay, first of all, we need to connect to SSH to the web server, and then we run the command. Okay. All right. And here we are running the Docker container inside the web server. Okay. Done. Okay. We can now check it. First of all, in just to see in the registry package and registry container registry, this is the image we have built, and we can check the image here. Okay, you see this is the tag number 10, and this is the number of the pipeline. Okay, let's go back. So we have just one image with tag pipe 10. As I said, the name of the image is the name of the working directory Django project you see here, Django project, and the tag is the number of the pipeline. As you can see here, it's a pipeline number, just put here number 10. That's why we have tag 10. Okay, and we can check also okay, this is the Gitlab-runner server. This is the web server. If we check docker ps, okay, we see this image tag 10 is running up running, and now we can access using this port with the in our browser. Let's go to the browser. Now it's no more localhost. Now it will be the IP of web server, and the port is 5000 up, you see. So we have then deployed the application here in the web server, because I say if we deconnect, this is the IP of the web server, and we are mapping this 8000 with 5000, and that's what we did. We are here. So I showed you how then to build a pipeline using GitLab CI. We have tested, and we have released, and we have also deployed. So we did these 4 stages, and we did step by step, and I showed you everything. So if you have any comment, please drop a comment in the comment section. If you have any question, don't hesitate. I will be checking and replying if you have any question or any suggestion. So thank you very much for your time, and if you like the content, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.